Oh no!
It's party time!
How's everyone doing? It's good to see you all. Please don't be alarmed if my tracking seems a little off. I still need to make some further adjustments. How's everyone doing today? It's good to see you all here. Before anything else, let's see. I'd like to thank Greenlows for resubscribing, Marionette, Neo0, Xanathus, Chaotic Claw, and me for bit use.
I'm interested in this.
Thank you to those who have followed. Thank you, Bees Louise, for renewing your subscription. Thank you, No Credit Clear, and me for the gifts. Yeah, you'll especially have to please not pay too close of attention to my eyebrows, okay? I've realized that the eyebrow tracking
You know what
needs
they
some
say,
tweaking,
the
but
more the merrier.
I'll work on that some other time. So, today we are debuting new outfits, and I will also be playing Simon's Quest a bit later. You all probably already noticed, but this is the updated model already. My model has dramatically been updated in the mouth department. You might not be able to tell, but my face got quite a few tweaks. Please do not be alarmed as I get closer so that you can see. It's okay. You got games on your phone?
Everything must...
Ow. Well, I should stop putting things off, right? So, I know what you all want to see.
Speed fast and way too fast.
Who put a chicken sandwich down here? Hello! I hope everyone is doing well.
Oh my god, JC, a bomb!
This is the new outfit. I am going to let you guys get a little bit better of a look at this.
Everything must bow.
So this is the new outfit. It's a more casual kind of style. Thank you for resubscribing. And as you all can see, there's the Nyafia logo now. That was designed by Ray as well, just like the outfit itself. You might notice this little detail here. I designed this clan pin and Ray drew it. And I think it looks great. The result is really good there. But there are quite a few features on this outfit. I mean, I'm probably overselling it when I say quite a few, but there are new features. Of course, all my old toggles work, like I can use my gamepad like this. I can still make my head slightly bigger. I can still do this. I can still turn off my tail if I need to. I could still do this. But look what happens. Bald. I've got a glasses toggle now. Check out my glasses. Don't I look smart? And of course, I can do this. And this jacket, sometimes things get way too warm, right? It comes off. So, what the heck is that doing up there? That's not what I was trying to enable. Here's a look at the makeshift reference sheet to the new model. I have no idea why there was a Zarla food in the corner. I have absolutely no clue why that was up in the corner on a different... But apparently it was. I didn't even mean to press that button. Oh well. As you can see, the outfit is actually on the same model. Now, there are all the other things that you would be wondering about, no doubt, like the alternate palettes that I basically never use. Well, here's the classic colors. This toggle still works. And I've updated it for the new outfit a little. I mean, for the old outfit. You know what I mean. I updated it for the new outfit completely, but I updated it for the old outfit a little too. Here's my vampire colors that I never really used. I've cleaned these up to make them more, like, worth actually using. Kinda looks funny in the dark room, doesn't it? And of course, the alt colors. Everybody has to know about the alt colors, because they want to see how to look on the alt, right? Now, one thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be debuting the dark mode toggle, which will allow you to switch between my normal color and my classic purple colors. So that'll be a redeem. By the way, do you notice the shirt looks more aged than the vampire one? Kind of minor, but I thought that that would be... I thought that that would look appropriate for the vampire colors. Charging up my special attack. I should make it cycle through the palettes really quickly, like invincibility. That would be pretty funny. Have an invincibility redeem. Just plays a little jingle and starts doing all this. I'm sure it could be done better than me just mashing buttons, though. Now, of course, if I can use my twin tails with this outfit, which I can also do this. You know, I used to have a little dance I could do if I did this, but it looks like it's disabled. That's something I never really looked at while picking out this outfit. I guess Ray took that out. That's okay. I wouldn't mind it, but that's okay. What else was I doing? My brain just shut down. My brain is closed for business. So my gamepad works with all three outfit setups. Like I can have it like this, sleeveless. I can have it in this outfit. I can take off the jacket. Ray went to great lengths to make sure that it worked with everything, I think. Green eggs and ham. I don't know about that. Some of you are wondering probably about the forbidden toggle. It does not work with this outfit, since it was never even an intended feature of the model, just something Ray put in there. Yeah. Man, I will definitely be adjusting my eyebrows. I've also been editing my tracking as much as I can, so like, trying to improve things so that I can, for example, go, without having to press a button or anything. One of the things is that, like, in real life, I feel like I kind of have a resting frown. So, while my old model version could frown like that, I always had it basically disabled. Because it was way too easy to trigger it. And, like, even at the best of times, if I had it set up that way, my model would just constantly be like, which just wasn't any good. I hope that you all will get used to the new face, because it is pretty different, even if it may seem very similar. There were a lot of small tweaks made, the eyes have been changed a fair bit. I'm gonna show you the art that Endymion did. As soon as I find it. My stuff is all. Here's the art Endymion did. Endymion is a good artist. Does very good work. Way too hard on themselves. I've also got some art by Dragon Cat Man over here. Clearly inspired by the Nyafia logo looking so much like Koro Majima. Me peeking out from behind this is cute, isn't it? I just naturally felt like, oh, this is in my way, I should peek out. Majima really is everywhere. Now Majima's on my stream. What the heck? I know there's a lot of you who are probably hoping for me to have some sort of, like, mafia boss outfit here. I get it. But that's not really me, now is it? Like, I would be more like the daughter of an old mafia boss that you want to protect. Now that the old boss is gone, like, I'm in charge, but I don't have any of the mafia style at all or anything like that. You know, a lot of people's messages are getting missed by the overlay. I have no idea why. Ending at this.
I am the Ringmaster.
Let me just refresh the chat and hope that... Ah, now it's not even working at all. That's not good. I killed chat! I actually made my own chat widget, although it's still based on Stream Elements. The thing is, some chatters are just not showing up in the list, and that really is bothering me because I feel like all of you are really important. So anyway, you're not going to see me in a fancy suit or anything, but I think that, like, the idea that I'm like the heiress of a mafia family, that's totally fine. And, you know, hence the pen. I really think the pin is great. Obviously, that says Neko. And it's got a star on it. So it tries to represent like multiple things about me here, and also have Neko on it as the clan name, I guess, because of the Neophia. I've got this fish. There's fish bones on the shorts. And the pockets with their seams. Oh. Yeah, there's seam work. Yeah, that's the thing. I really wanted the pin, no matter what. Even though, like, I kept telling Ray, okay, you don't have to do this. I know it's going to be extremely small most of the time on the model, but I really want you to do this. And eventually, I just took matters into my own hands, and I got out a notebook, and I drew, and came up with the concept of the pin. And so Ray worked off of that and made it perfect. And it is so shiny. There is so much work put into it. Honestly, I have to say it, and I'm gonna go bald for a moment, so please don't be alarmed. Ray put tons of work into this ribbon back here. You can see that if I'm bald, you can kind of see. There's things, there's, you know, the little thingies on the back. Those parts of the ribbon are completely physics, but you can't see them! Ray put like 2 or 3 hours into this ribbon and you can't see it. Like, I love the sheer amount of heart that Ray put into this. But I'm so sorry, Ray, for the ribbon. For all the work you put into the ribbon and it's not visible. The only way to see the entire ribbon is for me to be bald, and even then, you kind of can't, right? So I feel slightly bad, but it, you know, in a funny way, It is in the sheet, though. In the sheet, you can see, even if it doesn't have physics on it, it's there. Unknown if cat girls have 4 ears or not. I think some cat girls do and some don't, right? Man, I really wish that everyone's chat messages were showing up, and I'm not sure why some aren't. Seems like most of them are showing up. So far, I've noticed that Grillson's and Jax's aren't. They both have green names? No, Faxborn has the same name color, and that shows up. It's a mystery! I'm just sorry, because I would love for everyone's chat messages to show up. It's not right for any of you to be silenced. You know, we actually have this, so... Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure why these particular chatters aren't showing up. They're not set as suspicious or anything. What an annoying thing. It doesn't bother me that much, it's just unfortunate. There's one more thing. Just one more thing, see? Let's move over here for a second, because I'm going to show you something. The new merch. I don't think that it's like the most incredible thing ever, but we have new merch, including a shirt very similar to what I'm wearing. It doesn't have like the black, you know, but it's the Neophia t-shirt. We've also got a more ordinary one, but that you can get in purple, for example, if you like. Or for some reason you want it in orange. Okay, I won't judge. We've got a pin set. It's just normal buttons. Like, I would love to get like an enamel button of this, but for the time being, it's just a regular old button. Some of the stuff is actually embroidered. Just in case you wanted a Neophia jacket in safety yellow with an embroidered Neophia logo. We've also got a denim jacket with an embroidered Neophia logo. Look at that! Look how that looks. Doesn't that own? I don't like to be a shill. In my opinion, merch is for people to enjoy. It's not for me to get rich off of. It's just for people to show their fandom and enjoy themselves. Yeah, like, this is Dan's color, and like, it's also a Sherpa and everything, right? This looks like it was made for Dan, but Dan probably already has like a million great denim jackets and probably doesn't need another one. However, look at this. We got the Sonic and Dale's t-shirt. In whatever color you like. The Sonic and Dale's t-shirt. Yeah, this is the kind of smug I would feel when wearing the Sarnik and Dale's t-shirt. A big thing is that I hadn't updated my merch literally at all since 1.0. Here we have a hoodie with the clan pin on the chest near the pocket and the Neophia logo on the back. So we've got stuff like that going on. I keep getting mixed up as to which monitor I'm actually looking at because, like, this browser window is on my left monitor, but me showing it to you is on the right monitor, so I'm very confused. We've got drinkware. This matters to me as, like, I recently got a new tumbler because my old one was really wearing out, getting old. And I thought, I wish I could have my own tumbler with my stuff printed on it like this. And so we've got some Neophia drinkware. We've got Neophia iPhone case, Neophia Samsung case, embroidered patch if you want to, you know, if you want to sew that onto your clothes. We've got a vodka glass. Let's face it. Wouldn't this make you want to drink? And here's the less jokey one. We've got hats. And we've got posters. Check out this poster. Mouse pads, of course, because we've had mouse pads before. And I don't like shielding stuff. I really don't. But I wanted to offer some cool stuff for all of you. This one, I bet that if you got this poster, it would look incredibly dank and like pixelated and blurry at the same time, and I think it'll be very funny and low quality. Of course, we've got updated stickers for stuff that wasn't available before. Like, we got the food sticker here. We got a few fridge magnets, like, you want the Nyafia logo on your fridge. Well, check it out. Now the Nyafia logo's on your fridge. Please do not put the fridge magnet on your laptop. It will kill it. Instead, get the sticker version. There is a sticker version, right? I didn't make a Nyafia sticker. I'll fix that later. At another time, I will fix that. There will be a Nyafia sticker after the stream, but your laptop knows what it did. Honestly, I don't expect much merch to be purchased, like, ever in the lifetime of the merch shop, of my streams, and all that. But if any of it ends up being bought, I hope you enjoy it. I hope it brings something to your life. That's all I wanted from it. I make this stuff because I want people to enjoy their fandom. I don't want them to, I don't want to fleece you. I want to put fleece on you. This isn't fleece, by the way. But at least I feel like a lot of the new stuff in there is more desirable and interesting compared to the old merch. Back when I first set up the merch, the whole thing was basically new. Like, the storefront and everything that I was working with, that was new, fourth wall. And they didn't offer a whole lot of products yet. Their stuff wasn't top of the line. It's, well, you know, made-to-order stuff isn't always going to be top of the line anyway, but they've come a long way is what I'm saying. And I found that I had a lot I could do now that I couldn't before when setting up my merch. You're wearing your Zarnik shirt right now? Yeah, a few of those did sell. I'm over here hydrating. You ever hydrate? You didn't realize you were wearing it. Well, I bet the Sarnik and Dale's one would be pretty comfy, right? You only hydrate when you're on fire. Hmm. I'm glad that everyone seems to like the new look. Glasses are not like the default or anything. It's just an option now. It makes me look smart. I can fool all of you into thinking I'm smart. Somebody turned off my monitor. Oh, there it goes. I'm not sure I have much else that, like, I specifically planned on talking about. The thing is, I've realized I'm not the world's hugest fan of, like, big, organized, scripted debut events or whatever, where they, like, dump a ton of information on you all at once. I feel like it was important that I got all that information out there before, but, like, as I sit here, I'm more comfortable just talking to all of you than going over an essay on, like, what my favorite anime are and what my favorite, kind of strudel is. I don't know. Talk about localization? No, I only do that when Dot is on. So that we can meet our quota of talking about Vic Ireland at least once. Talk about Woolsey at least once. That reminds me, though. I will be on Gigaboot's channel on Wednesday. FYI. They're gonna be playing, like, Game Gear and Master System Sonic games, and I'll be over there. And then, next week, next Monday, will be the Sonic Marathon, my Sonic Marathon. But there might be a special guest. So please look forward to that. Today, though, I'm going to be playing Simon's Quest, which I am definitely interested in. I feel like it's going to be confounding, and that's... I wouldn't have it any other way, I think. Was this song from Genocide 2? Yeah, I thought so. I didn't have much else to say. So why don't we, now that we've been at this for like 30 minutes, why don't we start video game? I was charging this keyboard, so I'm gonna unplug this and rearrange things a little. Give me a sec. Gotta push this keyboard back, take the handrest off of it because I use it. Put this keyboard on the desk. Turn this keyboard on. Oh, keyboard, you're so hot. Okay. And there we go. Step into the shadows of the Hell House. You've arrived here back at Transylvania on... Oh god, it's too fast to read it. On business to destroy forever the curse of the evil Count Dracula. Push start key. I pressed control, is that fine? Game start, player 3. I'm player 1! Talk to me. Hey you. 13 clues with... What the... Ah! Ah! You have a friend in the town of Aldra. Go and see him. "13 clues will solve Dracula's riddle." Can I go in this door? No? Can you guys hear the game? First thing to do in this town is buy a white crystal. A crooked trader is offering bum deals in this town. Rest here for a while, okay? Buy a white crystal? No. I don't know what that does. Want to buy holy water? Hell yeah! Of course I want to buy friggin' holy water. Now how do I... Oh, okay. I could just throw holy water. Buy a white crystal? Guess I'm broke. Sorry, dude. Hey, Jazz. Hey, werewolf. I want cat treats. Ow! What a horrible night to have a curse. Okay. Hey, Wes.
I spill my drink.
Oh, that's a rock. Wait, does the health bar go
Is that what chaos control is?
bottom to top? Oh crap! Game start. Player 2. I already lost a life. Oop. I wonder what hearts are for. I keep getting pieces of heart. This isn't Zelda. Man, I have no idea where I'm going. I've always heard this game regarded as cryptic. I'm assuming that I probably won't beat it in one night. At least on the first time. Skeletons. So many skeletons. There's some sort of building here? Is that walkable? What the? Huh. What the? What? What?
Die, monster! You don't belong
I
in this
have
world.
questions. Dracula, I have questions about whatever this building is. Is this your castle? Is this... What the... There was an enemy there, right? Oh god, oh god. There's spikes on the wall? Okay, I deserved that. Slime fell on the ground and then just flew up into the sky. I'm glad everybody likes the new outfit. Hmm. I feel like this castle, or whatever it is, was designed entirely to tick Simon off. Like, remember how he would always skip up a floor using those friggin' Medusa heads? What if we put really solid ceilings here and made sure that he couldn't even attack the enemies? That's so funny. Oh, there goes the slime. What the? Oh. I feel like I just got Bucky O'Hared. Slime? So let me get something straight. There's a fake floor there. Well, I sure am glad I have holy water. Get back here! Hey! I'm trying to murder you. Please, please don't resist. Ow. I died. Okay, you can throw it while you're on stairs, but you can't be going down and throw it. Yes, the holy water just seems to be a bottle. It just breaks. And that's it. He's just throwing empty bottles. That's why it doesn't cost any hearts. Are you an enemy? You're not an enemy. Invest in an oak stake. Okay. Got an oak stake. Holy water for checking holes. You know, I've heard the Japanese soundtrack for this game, the Famicom Disk System version, and I gotta say the US version soundtrack oddly is mostly better. A flame flickers inside the ring of fire. What the hell does that mean? Of course it friggin' does, it's fire! Like, yeah, and water is wet. There are many droplets in a stream. See, I can do it too. I can philosophize. Okay, so that can also break walls. That's good to know. Oh! Okay. I almost didn't catch that. Like, I was starting to feel like doing this was pointless, right? Okay, there's an orb. The heck? Oh. Okay. You now possess Dracula's rib. Oh, my holy water didn't re-equip. What the? Okay, that thing's gone. I like how everyone's congratulating me on my new possession. Was it smoked or just grilled? It was straight off the vine. Okay, that's a fake wall. This wall is real. Why is there a fake wall here? There's nothing there. seems like it takes a lot of enemies to earn up any money. This money is hearts, I guess? Question mark? I wonder if time is still passing while I'm in here. Okay. Pretty hard to come by. Once again, I'd like to apologize to those of you whose messages aren't showing up in chat. It seems like there's just something odd going on with the Stream Elements API right now. I'm still reading your messages, though. I'm still seeing it. You are heard. Yeah, the main reason I'm with Stream Elements still is their API is easy to work with and everything. Like, I coded my own chat, but like, a big part of me wants to move my alerts over to just, like, the default Twitch alerts. Okay, I know that I need the white crystal. I don't know what for. Of course, that NPC could be lying to me. I don't know a whole lot about this game, but my impression is that never believe a single thing anybody tells you. But you know, it's good advice if you're playing Castlevania 2, but it's also good advice if you're watching any game announcement show. The morning sun has vanquished the horrible night. I guess it's day 2. Feed me now. I've not been fed. Ah, thank you for the 5 gamer dollars. Look, I just have to assume that everyone is on Dracula's payroll. Except for, like, Dot, because Dot's constantly trying to get Dracula's money. Rolling up all, I know you're here, Dracula, you big fat nerd.
This is like taking candy from a baby, which is fine by me.
Feed me, feed me, feed me. Buy a white crystal? Okay, that's... Oh! You lose your money when you die. Incidentally, Am I the only one who feels like there's dollar signs on each and every one of these blocks? Am I the only one looking at this real estate and thinking that there's dollar signs? Thank you for resubscribing, Hams. Whoops. Everybody's like, well, now that you've said it. Get back here, dog. Thank you, Aki. Oh no, now I see the Doge. What a horrible night to have a curse. Oh, the enemies are way stronger at night. I still have my money? Oh, it's because continuing is what gets rid of your money. I've seen the tiniest bit of this game before, and the screen transition between night and day is much faster on the Famicom Disk System. Oh my god, the villagers are also evil. It's much faster on the Famicom Disk System version, but then you have loading screens for like a minute at a time just to change an area, so... Whoa, what the heck are these? Yikes! Ugh! Ow! My lifespan! Heya! I'm glad everybody likes it so much. I gotta earn up 50 hearts again. Thank you for subscribing, Lobat! How you doing, Washa? Whoops! Whoops! You know, if you're gonna die, it may as well be when you have no hearts. Sometimes you need to just take a bath.
What is a man?
I don't know, don't say that to these dogs.
Bomb.
Come to think of it, this bone in my inventory, is that Dracula's rib? Thank you, Jeeple, I'm glad you like it. Okay, so up there I can see all of my possessions. game practices like this that made the game Genie so popular, you're not wrong. Yes, that's what I said, possessions. The morning sun has vanquished the horrible night. What a strange game so far. This feels nothing like Castlevania 1 or 3. Like, at all. Oh, hey there, didn't I kill you before? Buy a white crystal? I don't have enough hearts. I want cat treats. Cat treats. $42. Unfortunately, I'm not going to like the restaurant of the end of the universe here. I'm trying to buy a white crystal. Okay, so a heart counts as 2 hearts. And half a heart counts as 1 heart. Ay. Okay, now I have a white crystal. It looks like it shows up in my possessions, other than my sub-weapons? A flame is on top of the 6th tree in Dennis Woods. What? The hell does that mean? Clues to Dracula's riddle in the town of Veros. A magic potion will destroy the wall of evil. Okay, so that's about the holy water? And the way it destroys wall blocks? Question mark? The enemies on this screen are still really hard. No. Oh, cat! Actually, I think that was like an evil squirrel. Looks like an Eevee. Oh no! It's a poisoned lake. Full of whatever these things are. I am definitely not supposed to go that way. And now I am tasked with escaping from here. Ah! Poison Swamps, is this the Dark Souls of Castlevania? Isn't Dark Souls kind of the Castlevania of 3D games? Thank you, Sepasai. How you doing? Like, unironically, playing through Dark Souls 1, one of my feelings was, this feels like playing a classic Vania. I like, that probably sounds dumb, but that is the impression I got. I knew I was dead. Dun 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 dun. I feel like I'm always gonna be broke in this game, man. Okay, that wall doesn't break. I hit my head. Oh, these walls break, but... So what is Simon wearing? It's probably a result of the colors, but I feel like he's, wearing some sort of, like, starship uniform?
You knocked out my contact!
Yeah, it's like Zap Brannigan's shirt. And, like, got the shoulders and, like, the boots and everything. Some of you may die, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. Oh, the bat just disappeared. Hey Chris, how's it going? There's no one in this house. You think it's for sale? It probably costs like everybody's hearts. Laurels in your soup enhances its aroma. You look pale, my son. You must rest in the church, right? The church? Clues to Dracula's riddle are in the town of Alba. Clues to Dracula's riddle are in Berkeley. Like, the university? A rib can shield you from evil. Thank you for the follow. You've got a friend waiting for you in the town of Algebra. Algebra? Town of Algebra. Wait. How's this roof staying up? Oh god. Oh god. Now. Ouch. I have not been fed. Hearts. There better be a big heart that gives a ton of money. I guess this game kind of started the trend of having to check like every wall and floor, huh? Just... Just not in the same way. I should probably be checking these floors as I'm going. Hey Cam, how you doing? I think it's day, but it doesn't look like it. Uh-oh. Oh my god. What a horrible night to have a curse. And now they have even more health.
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world!
Honestly, if you're gonna have a curse, you should have it on like a Thursday. Probably. There's not going to be anything else going on Thursday. You can wait out a curse on a Thursday. It's fine. Well, then it's a good time to have a curse, because you don't have to worry about anything else. I don't think I'm getting over there. Not like this. Well, Green, it depends. It's okay to have a curse while you are in transit if you're not the one driving. That's how that works. Now, if you're the one driving, things can go very wrong instead of slightly wrong. spiders. There's a spider in my Castlevania game. How are you guys feeling about the new mouth? I had felt like it might be controversial because it's a pretty big change to my appearance, I think. I used to have constant, like, Cheshire mouth. That's what I called it. Which is a style, you know? And now I've got a more, like, conventional mouth. Oh, it's this... What the... Okay, so the white crystal reveals that platform? And I still Mr. Magoo'd my way into that place before? The morning sun has vanquished the horrible night. Whereas my reaction was, oh, I guess the game is just like that, huh? Because, like, when you've heard that this game is cryptic and evil and lies to you all the time, it doesn't seem that odd that there would be an invisible platform that you have to go through. Heck. Heck. Yeah, Renee, exactly. You... Okay, I got a fire... Hmm? Oh. Why? I don't know how to use this item. Sometimes it just works, sometimes it just doesn't. Okay, I can't enter that? That looks like a doorway, but... Oop. Oop. It uses hearts. Oh. But they're not on the HUD, so I assumed they were just money. I think, like, some of my assumptions here are understandable, right? Ow. Yeah, holy water seems to be completely and utterly free. Granted that it's just an empty bottle, but apparently Simon is like a glass blower. And I mean like a really good one. He can make a new bottle on the spot. What a horrible night to hug a skeleton. This area seems really familiar. Did I? Huh? What a night. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, these townspeople are really buff. I feel like I just walked into a pub in Berlin or something. Hey, graveyard. Hits. Oh god, I don't think I can make that jump. Yeah, let's just fight an enemy that takes 16 hits to kill. What is this game? My gosh. Okay, but Fester didn't have this hard of a time. Is he just better at questing than Simon? I guess I can't read this. Oh. Turn right for Camilla Cemetery. Left for the Algeba Woods. Fester Adams is just stronger than Simon Belmont. Canonically. He has a gun. I'm being... How you doing, Tex-Mex? The morning sun has vanquished the horrible night. Apparently I got the Danger Dance emote for supporting Sarah Lene. By the way, I'm pretty sure that I could have, like, asked Ray to change, like, the tag on the shirt. But the Space Invader, I think, is just right. Like, it's like, hey, I got this shirt at the gamer store. Because it's such a generically recognizable gaming icon, and I don't dislike Space Invaders. Like, it's such a symbol of gaming, right? So that's my version. Thank you, Marionette. Man, it's not even showing in the event list there? You know, I guess it's not just Stream Elements, because that event list is from Streamlabs. So this must actually be Twitch's API that's acting up, and not specifically Stream Elements. But yeah, I wasn't saying it in any sort of, like, disparaging way. It's like, yeah, I think the Space Invader ended up working perfectly, so I decided not to ask for anything different. One of my main inspirations, I guess, for wanting this kind of outfit is DDR. I kind of wanted an outfit that would, like, let me look like I'm a playable character in DDR. And, like, some of the oldest fan art I ever got back in, like, 2003 was of me as a DDR character, right? You know, someday people will learn to read the tags. Anyway, what a horrible night to have a curse. Thanks. Thank you, Neo Zero, for the bits. Which DDR would I want to be in? I'm fond of relatively early DDR, like 3rd mix, 5th mix. I think those are the ones I like most, plus like DDR Max, but it didn't have dancing characters. And you know, who doesn't want double data rate? How much? I have 26 hearts. Seems like just about anything I want to buy is going to cost at least 50. And it is night, so I'm not getting anything good done here. Oops. Oh well. I'm not holding much money. This game is hard to get past. You know, there is a DDR game called DDR Megamix, and that's the one that the ATST, well, not literally one, but like a fake one, is on like the warning screen, and the warning just says "Don't fall off." That's from DDR Megamix. Oop. 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 If Konami remade Simon's Quest 2, I think it would sell. I think it would sell, but also I feel like they would have to make it not be so cryptic if they wanted people to, like, review it positively, right? Which is not a comment by me as far as its quality. I'm not going for any ending, I'm just going for finish the game. I really don't think I'm gonna get a good ending for this game on the first try. No way, Jose. Ouch. Yeah, this is my first ever time playing this game. And I also don't want, like, spoilers or anything, which I don't think you would get, but, like, I mean, in the general sense I'm saying. Huh, that just leads to mid-air on the next screen. Doesn't lead anywhere special. Like, I can tell this game is going to be cryptic as all hell, and I probably will end up needing some form of help eventually, but at least to start with, I'm just exploring and learning. The game was on an AVGN episode. I'd be surprised if it wasn't. It's a level of mainstream where it would be really weird if it weren't on AVGN. Considering that it's clearly a cryptic and hard to decipher game. It was the very first AVGN episode. Oh my god, I've probably seen it. I used to watch stuff like that some. Thing is that, like, the YouTuber I really followed was JonTron. Oops. And there went all my money. Laurel. Turn right for Dabby's path. Left for the Veros Woods. I wonder if there's anything in here. I'm just gonna bust up this church. You think that's okay? I'm a mob boss, so they kind of have to let me, right? Whoops. Like no one in this town of any use. There's no shop. Hmm. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow. This is the worst way to handle this, but... I feel like there's nothing across the thing up there, but I still find it interesting that it seems so hard to get across. That makes me feel like I should. Of course, it's really hard at night, especially. Things take so many hits at night. Something in my eye. Okay, as I thought, there's nothing over here. Yet they make it so hard to get over there. And the holy water is friggin' indispensable. Don't leave home without it, I guess. The morning sun has vanquished the horrible night. Got 64 hearts. Here's where I found the fire, right? Yeah, this is where I found the fire. Huh?
Everything must.
I must have skipped too fast and not... I don't know what the message is. Oh well. Has it happened again? Maybe if I... Ow. That's not what I meant. I didn't want to die. Is it Goomba shaped? Kind of. It's a cat blob. If that makes sense. So my possessions probably have passive I have a shield? Huh. Ouch. I don't have any money. Each use costs 1 heart. I'm not exactly earning up a ton of anything, but the thing is, there was mention before a fire in woods that made me wonder. Why does select pause the game? Okay, this is the town with nothing useful in it. Okay, this isn't the town I was thinking of, but it seems like I'm right. Buy some garlic. It has special powers. Okay, where? Tell me where to get some garlic, dude. What a horrible night to have a curse. Well, I'm not gonna learn what they sell here this time. That fresh old man smell. Just whipping a hand forever for a single heart. That's what I do. I seem to recall that, like, how many days you spend in the game is what determines your ending. So, I'm definitely getting the middle ending, no matter what I do. Ah, hydration. I need to find out what's in this town, so I'm just gonna hang around it. And fight these things, these, I don't know, clap hands. I'm in more danger fighting those zombies, I think. Even though they don't take 16 hits. Like, that's insane. 16 hits. I just don't... The morning sun has vanquished the horrible night. They still take 16 hits during the day. Clues to Dracula's riddle in the Veros Woods. There's so many empty houses in this game. Clues to Dracula's riddle are in Rover Mansion. A laurel will protect you from the poison marsh. Okay, that's pretty important. The dead river waits to be freed from the curse. What the... What's wrong with this door? Restore your life. Shout in front of the church. I'd like to exchange a white crystal for a blue one. You didn't even ask, you just, Well, I hope I didn't need that. I refuse to exchange my crystal for yours. Everybody's getting grouped over here. Meow, 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 meow. Okay, the blue crystal didn't reveal that there was secretly someone inside there. Buy some garlic? I'd like to. I don't know where you sell it, dude. Where do they sell garlic? Right. You gotta tell me these things, dude. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Huh? But why? Huh. Why am I yawning? I'm not tired. Manila Cemetery, Alchiba Woods. And there's nobody in these friggin' houses. All of the real estate is government owned. Okay, this stuff is manageable now. Apparently the crystal makes me stronger. Plus, it's not night, but even then, this stuff was significantly harder before. What a horrible night to have double health. That's what I would say if I was a skeleton. Ugh, big yawnies. I have no idea why. I don't need yawnies, I need a laurel. Oops. Simon wanted a bath, apparently. Oops. I hit my head. You know what? That's the best time for it, I guess. Are you serious, Sarah? Oops. Oop. Oop. Those things still take 4 hits. Unless it's specifically in this area. All this stuff takes 4 hits. Not that bad. If Robowing stopped saying chat messages like she's supposed to. Yeah, that seems... I triggered that one manually. I'm gonna restart my bot. And of course, morning came while I was looking at that. Hey, Rodito, how you doing? I walked right into it. Out of my way. Okay, these walls are back, so maybe I can actually find out what this message says this time. You now possess the Sacred Flame. Okay, so I just keep picking that up every time I go there. Also, it says possess and not possess. So I guess they made a little typo there. It's less professional this way. Come to think of it, there's experience? That's what that has to mean. Experience and level. But killing that thing doesn't... Oh, picking up the heart, apparently. Whoa. Jeez, why is this getting all bullet hell now? That leveling up is significant, but I wonder if it gets undone when you continue. Surely I would have leveled up by now if... What a horrible night to have a curse. Maybe I should take another look in the mansion. Especially now that I have the crystal. Because I went in here without the crystal before. Man, I love retro games. You love retro games? I love retro games. Move my plot window over here so I can actually see. Yeah. That's better. I'm enjoying the music even if it sounds like I'm making fun of it. And there's a slight cutoff in my chat, so it looks like you're saying it goes hark. I don't know, maybe it does. What do you guys think of this little grin I do now? Nose itches. Invest in an oak stake? Yes. Destroy the curse and you'll rule Bram's mansion. Who the heck makes a whole ass hardcover book to write one sentence in it? I gotta admire the dedication. A flame flickers inside the ring of fire. It's so unuseful. Wait, this is back? But I already possessed the rib. You now possess Dracula's rib. I already have... SMH. Yeah, it's safe to assume I haven't figured a lot out yet. Well, I leveled up. Of course, I already went through here and nothing was here before. When I went through this mansion, I didn't even have the white crystal. So who friggin' knows, right? It's worth making sure of things. Yeah, I didn't get the white crystal until after finishing this mansion. I inadvertently found the platform without it. Dun, dun, dun. Now I feel like I should scoot myself over a little. There's empty space right now. Up. Oops. Oh, right. Hitting your head and falling into the swamp. Oh. So weird that there's blocks down there. They don't seem to have any purpose. These furries still take 4 hits. I think it heard me. Okay, I still have my level, but I lost all my experience. I feel like on-screen enemies don't get reduced in power. The flame is on top of the 6th tree in Dennis Woods. Hey, Raph. Thank you. Rumor has it, comma, the ferryman at Dead River loves garlic. Well, I would like to have some garlic, not in real life, though. Buy a thorn whip? 100. 100 for a thorn whip. That sounds good. Crooked Trader is offering bomb deals. 100 hearts for a thorn whip. Buy a white crystal. You just have a bunch of those, huh, man? I already have holy water. I don't have a lot of money. 100 is a lot of money. But if it's a whip upgrade, that's a pretty big deal potentially. Why Simon wouldn't just be using Vampire Killer, I don't know. Yeah, my impression is that, like, most of the characters in this are probably lying to me. That's how I tend to feel so far. And a lot of the stuff that's said is just not useful. Okay. Oh. Let's see if I can earn enough for the Thorn Whip. I don't know, typically if somebody says trust me, they're about to do something incredibly stupid. That's my experience in life. It'll be fine, trust me. And then they do a sick kickflip, and it's the last thing they ever do. Speaking of the last thing you do... What a horrible night to earn less cash. Seems like everything is worse about night. You take... you deal less damage, you take more damage, and you earn less money. I feel like the game designer was a morning person. Huh. Yeah, you're actually right. They're not the same as the half-hearts from day enemies, it seems. Thank you, Anonymous, for gifting 5 subs. I'm surprised. I was startled. Enjoy your emotes, everyone who got a subscription. And thank you for your support, Anonymous. I see the words "Whoa, Nelly," and my brain fills in big juicy melons. It's a pinball table. not good. Thank you. Good enough for the Pinball Hall of Fame. Well, I guess you could argue that it's historically significant. Since they made an electromagnetic table in the relatively modern day. Thank you, Anonymous, for gifting a sub to Speedy. Morning again. Thank you, Anonymous, for gifting us up to Firehawk. Anonymous is going wild. The only hack is saving and loading. I wanted the retro experience for my first play. Yeah, no passwords. I want cat dreams. Yeah, my hearts are done for if I game over. Buy a Thorn Whip? Yes. T-Whip. Oh, these things only take 2 hits now during the day. And those things take 4. The swamp is still gonna be... I really shouldn't be going through the swamp like this. Yeah, it seems like the swamp is most likely designed so that you shouldn't be able to walk all the way through it like this. Although I suspect that it's possible. What a horrible night to have a curse. A USB just went plugged as I said that. Ominous. Hey, the ferryman. I don't have any garlic, though. sure. I'll take you to a good place. Heh, heh, heh. It just bounced off. It kept going. A town. I don't really have any money. Turn right for the Dead River. Left for the Sedan Woods. What? What the? Did we just have a level 5 hype train or something? What level was that? This is a pretty tall town. I feel like this is early New York City or something. With how tall these buildings unnecessarily are. Hey, church. I can't go inside because it's night, I guess. Not a very good church then, is it? Morning sun has vanquished the horrible night. Again, I feel like the devs were morning people, right? Sorry, pal. No time now. Maybe later. I'll see you at midnight on the riverbank. Huh? I feel like I'm... Are these lazies propositioning me? Hit Deborah Cliff with your head to make a hole. Who's Deborah Cliff? Thank you, Millennial. Clues to Dracula's riddle are in Bodley Mansion. I still haven't found anybody who sells garlic yet. Get a silk bag from the graveyard duck to live longer. I've been waiting for a good-looking guy like you. I want to get to know you better. There's something very suspicious about this town. This town is nothing but hot single women in your area. Thank you, Dreads. Hydrating. Okay, those things hit pretty hard. Oh god. Bone dragons. I'm in danger. You see that? You see that? What the heck is this? It's like a shadow skeleton. Where's that damn fourth rib bone? What a horrible night to enter a town, apparently. Once again, I'd like to apologize to any of you who your messages aren't showing up in chat. The Twitch API is just acting funny lately. But I still appreciate the appreciation of my outfit very much. Yeah, Twitch is being twitchy. Unfortunately. Zombies don't feel that hard anymore. Really? I'd heard that when you die... Never mind. I keep hitting the outfit button when I want to hit the jacket button. Oh no, I game overed. Thank you, Anonymous, for 5 more gift subs. Oh my god. And just in time for morning, apparently. Dig up the 4th grave in the cemetery for a diamond. A man living in darkness. Give your whip power. Please enjoy your emotes, everyone. When I was your age, women loved me. SMH. Take my daughter, please! And for a moment I was worried that was gonna kill me. Morningstar. Buy one? 200. Oh, I might have been able to afford that if I didn't game over a minute ago. 200 for a Morningstar. Believe in magic, and you'll be saved. Don't I know it? Turn right for Sodom Woods. Left for the Jam Wasteland. What? I'm sorry, the Jam Wasteland? Don't make me stay, I'll die. What? Don't look into the Death Star, or you will die. I'm very concerned. You know, out of curiosity, like, outside of the very obvious changes to my mouth, are you all, like, able to tell, like, the difference in my face? Is that something you notice? Ray technically didn't even have to, like, do anything to my face, like, that wasn't part of the agreement or anything, but he still went out of his way, and he just wanted to make it look a little better. He's been really good with it. have much health. Well, the time to Mission of RBO this stream, almost 3 hours. Almost. You'll you'll make me blush. Come to think of it, I guess my whip got stronger, but my holy water didn't. Which makes sense, I just hadn't thought about it. Oh, you don't have to be sorry for bringing it up, I just think it's funny. No, I didn't make that. That's part of the original game, completely untranslated. I was the type who was a little... perhaps a little too, like... puritanical almost back then. About stuff like... vulgarity, even though, like, it's the most normal thing you'd... It's super normal, but... back then I was a stupid kid with very stupid, ideas. So I would not have added something like that. But did you know the translation got updated a few months ago? By me. Talking, like, I did an official update. That was before my Ragnarok Battle Offline stream with, Zoe Techie and Foxandra. Dun, 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 dun. Oh no, absolutely not. As far as that goes, I was only talking about like how I used to be. Like even back then, I feel like if there had been vulgarity in the Japanese script, I probably would have censored it back then. Nowadays, I absolutely would not have. I was a dumb kid back then. I have a lot of old shame about stuff like that, I guess. Even though I'm constantly reminded that people actually care about what I did. Like, I know there's tons of people who really care about the RBO translation and thank me for it. Like, I've gotten a surprising amount of that in the last couple of years. I should not be in such a dangerous area, but, what was I gonna say? I just wish that I had done better back then. That I had, like, been a better translator already, I guess, which isn't really fair, but... I look back on it and I'm embarrassed by that startup screen from back then, you know? For a moment, I thought that cat emote was floating toward me menacingly. Why am I being attacked by floating busts of Mozart? What a horrible night to have a curse. Dun, dun, dun. I've really got to get that 200 for the Morning Star. And maybe I'll level up. If I'm lucky, anyway. Well, getting the money is easy enough. I just gotta be careful because my health is rather limited without a church around. Which wouldn't matter if I didn't mind continuing. Oh, we've almost got enough of the Morning Star. He thought he was selling a shuriken, Ams. You see, part of the old shame for me is that at least one person, a couple people I think, have referred to the old translation as being like machine translated, and it absolutely was not. Someday I'll hopefully do a proper translation of the stage dialogue. But there are space limitations there, and I don't really want to do the hacking to fix them. Still flashes, like, huh. I'm level 2. Got the Morning Star now. Okay, that's a pretty good difference. To put it nicely. Great. Good job, Sarah. I gotta harness my inner Christopher Belmont. Is this that spot? It is. Question mark? Little mixer. Man, I really wish the chat thing would fix. Everybody deserves to be in the chat. Oh. What the? There's a hole there? Place is not on a good budget, huh? No. Hey. I don't know about those boulders. I messed up. Hey, Extruder. How you doing? Many are saying this. Legit though, I'm really glad people like the new outfit. I was super nervous since it's like a huge departure, right? So like, you spend ages working on something like this, having no idea how people are going to respond. So, you know, the old one's not going away. That's a neat trick, right? A lot of people can't do that. Just changing their outfit instantly like that. If you're gonna be a magical girl, you should be able to transform. A circle. I guess. I wouldn't say that these are pajamas. They're more like athletic wear and casual clothes. Well, I would appreciate anything you feel like you should do. I take it a lot of people don't, huh? Well, there's the orb, but I don't have a stake. I feel like I should have gotten another one from that guy in the original mansion. I haven't seen anyone else that sells them. Well, if I end up having to go back there, it's not the worst trek in the world. It's kind of long, but... Oh, maybe that person up there. If I can get up there. Okay, I don't think I can make that jump, so I'd probably have to go the long way around. Hmm. Whoops. I forgot about that hole. Things that are bad no matter when you say them. I've got to keep a lookout for some sort of hidden passage that will get me to that person. I probably just have to go this way, huh? The curse has killed the laurel tree. No. Hey, Happy Toaster. Okay, this has got to take me to, the person selling the steak, but there's bound to be a hole here, right? Really, no hole? There's the hole. Hole. Can't believe no one's buying these. I got really lucky stumbling straight into how they work because the merchant is so close to the first orb. You now possess Dracula's nail. Game is confounding in general, like if we're being honest. Oh my god, that would take so many hits to kill with the default whip. That would be a nightmare. I have no idea what the nail does, but it's probably important. I mean, it's mandatory since it's part of Dracula, but... You know what? I feel like I could probably go for another steak right now. Because at least I know where this guy is. I might not be so lucky next time. There might not even be a steak salesman in the next place. I don't know. Reminds you of using bubble lead, huh? Captain Planet villain throwing trash everywhere. You'll pay for that, Captain Planet! How's it investing? Invest in an oak steak. The oak steak fortunes market. The futures market. Why did I say fortunes? I guess they're both words that start with F. No reason for me to kill this thing. It's too much trouble. I wonder how much for each level up. I'm level 2 right now. If I could level up, that would be ideal, I think. Rather than die. Yeah, of course, leveling up is preferable to dying. What a profound thing to say. Right. Where's this? I'll give you Morning Star power to burn away evil. Whoa. I guess that's the guy in the shadows. Ow. Ow. Thank you for the hydration reminder, ow. What a horrible night to hydrate. Screen scrolling here is messed up. Whoa. Okay. I see. Kinda seems like every place is built fine except the mansions. They're just like McMansions or something. Like, you go through anywhere else, it seems like there's no fake floors, so far. Holy water is pretty weak now. Mainly useful for testing the floors. Oh. Oh, there's a fake floor. I'm not sure what its purpose is. Can I see that? No. You know, that's a really good point. There haven't been any boss fights. It hadn't even really occurred to me. Dun 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 dun. The morning sun has vanquished the horrible night. Whee! No, I have not been fed. I want ice cream, ice cream. Cat treats, cat treats. correct. Definitely. Oh god, the skeleton's on fire now. Look, I played Castlevania The Adventure Deathless. You can't get me with the simple being chased by skulls trick. You can't ever get me with a weird ground fireball. These weird on fire skeletons being like, Red Puken! Huh. Okay, that's not gonna protect me. Okay. Oh, I was trying so hard to level up, too. And now that experience is gone. I need garlic. Or at least garlic junior. I like how these are the only parts of the game where you don't, like, respawn exactly where you were. They were definitely like, yeah, some person is going to try to brute force their way through the swamp. We gotta make sure they can't do that. Hey, mansion. Come to think of it, I was kind of worried that my flame whip wouldn't stay. Since it was like a power-up I got rather than like something I bought. Happy to be wrong though. You thought RoboWing was a spam bot? Oh no. No, all RoboWing is trying to do is trying to get people to buy Nyafia t-shirts. Now that all the new merch has arrived. All, like, 53 new items of merch. And it'll be 54 after I add the Nyafia sticker that I somehow neglected to make. Invest in an oak stick? I already have. I already have one, thank you. I'm good, thanks. Dude, I'm trying to save your butt from a skeleton. If you don't need your butt, that's... Dude. Why am I so tired, everyone? I'm not supposed to be tired. I feel like I've been suffering some chronic fatigue recently, to be honest. It's not great, considering I gotta be on a death stream in 2 days. Look, dude, I don't want your spear. Please, please die. Kindly, would you please, if it is possible and convenient to you, pass away henceforth? Whoa. The thing from Mario 2. The cross! You now possess the magic cross. Do I know? Huh? It's next to the whip. Huh. You now possess Dracula's ring. Standard body part. The ring. You got the rib, you got the nail, and you got the ring. Always remember to remove the ring before you cook the chicken. Ring bone's connected to the nail bone. Sonic 1 spikes over here. I beg of you to take these laurels. Oh, they're limited. Huh. No. Oh no. What the? Why'd you jump backwards, Simon? Ow. Look, dude. I'll take your steak now if you... I don't have enough money. No. Man's cuckoo leg. I shouldn't have jumped down there. Now I have to go all the way around again. Oop, oop. Oop. Please, sir. I just need 6 more hearts. Says Asgore to Frisk. I guess it'd be more like Frisk saying it to Asgore. Whatever, why am I talking about Undertale? Oven mitts. Well, there are skeletons. You agree, right? Okay. That'll get me the steak. I think once I've bought the steak, I'll call it. Not that I want to, I just... Okay, let's die. We're gonna die. Why not do it in some style? We can go somewhere cooler. This place reminds me too much of Team Fortress to be a cool place to die. Not that I dislike Team Fortress, because I don't. But death is just normal there. Another swamp. Flop. Diamond just sticks his butt in the air. Well, I hope everybody had a good time. I'm sorry that I have to stop when I do. I'm gonna go raid Gigaboots because I'm gonna be on their channel on Wednesday. I don't know if I'll see you tomorrow or not. But be sure to check them out on Wednesday. You have something for me? Well, that rules. I'll show them, but because because of how I have things set up, I warn you, they're going to be blown up like hell. I think I could show them up in the top right corner over there, and that would be less big. Since I found out by accident that I have this in the corner. So please behold these. Thank you, Mo. Thank you. Really good. Well then, for now. I will bid you all adieu as I relax from here. And we raid Gigaboots, who are in the middle of Sonic Lost World, or I think that's what they're playing right now. The 3DS version? Well, anyway, they're playing some 3D Sonic game, so I'm sure that's fine. So enjoy. Thank you all for joining me. It really means a lot to me.